out as coaches to make sure we really detail with everything that we're doing. And I think that's one of the biggest things, all the little things that we're doing that is going to help us out throughout the season.
I know they're just in jersey and shorts at tour duty, but Lawrence just looks different, the way he moves. Is that just the way he looks when he's in that situation, or do you see him, has he kind of grown this offseason?
No, he's grown. He's up to a little over 190 pounds. He looks different. He's definitely stronger. But his mentality, I think he's mentally, more mentally tough at this point. But he knows everything that's going on. And for him to kind of take on a leadership ability, what he's doing with Rodney Hill, taking Rodney Hill under his wing and teaching him more of the offense, teaching him how to be a college player, I've really been impressed with Lawrence, with LT, man. He's been doing a great job.
It's part of that kind of, I guess, maybe the opportunity now with Jay Sean having moved, that maybe he can kind of take more of an ownership of that room.
Well, LT's been doing a great job, and I just finished bragging on Ward. Ward has just taken on a totally different role. And this kid has been so quiet. But ever since Jay Sean left, Ward has been behind those running backs and making sure that they're on time, doing the things they need to do. So he's really taking on a leadership role, and that's what you look for in guys like that. And I tell them all the time, continue to do the little things, continue to set the standard in the room for the things that we do throughout this process.
Trey Benson, I mean, is he kind of a hidden gem? I mean, is there a whole bunch of potential there?
Yeah, Trey came right in and fit right in the room with those guys. He was kind of surprised himself the way he fit in with those guys. He understood once he talked to Jay Sean, there was a true brotherhood in that room, and we couldn't believe how fast he was. He ran one of the fastest split times with all of the running backs. He was the first split time, I think. Rodney Hill was second, and actually Corey Rent was third. So we were really impressed with Trey Benson. He's picking up the offense. He's a veteran. He understands what's going on. He's allowing those other guys to kind of help him along. And Austin Tucker's been doing a great job making sure our guys doing the things that they need to do.
I listened to some old interviews from Trey last season. I mean, he said he was 95% going into camp, but he also mentions how much of a struggle it was coming off that knee injury. I mean, you've only known him here for a few months, at least being on campus. Do you kind of see like a mature kid that's maybe more mature than his years because of what he's been through? Oh yeah, I can definitely see that. And I'm going to make sure, and as a staff, we're going to be smart with him. We understand what he's coming off, the injuries he's coming off, but he hasn't missed anything. He's been working out. He's been with our staff, with Slick, and those guys been doing everything they can do with prehab and making sure he's straight with that, but the guy's been doing everything we can ask him to do, and he's been full go for us.
What's the biggest growth you've seen from Trey Sean?
I think his leadership ability. He understands the offense, and he wants more. Every day he comes in, he's watching tape. Coach, how can I improve on this? He wants to improve without the ball in his hand. He knows how dominant he is with the ball in his hand. His biggest thing is what Jay Sean is telling him at the next level, the questions he's getting, how good can he be without the ball?
Do either of those guys feel like, I don't know, you guys don't need an every down back, but you kind of need that lead guy? I mean, do you feel that they just know their role and you guys can work with having guys that are multifaceted like that?
No, I think they're looking for that. They're looking for somebody to kind of just really to take over. And they understand once somebody gets started and whoever's in there and they're kind of rolling at that time, they're going to be the lead back. And that's why we want to continue with that competition. I wanted those guys to be on edge at all times. And as they're coming in there, they want to challenge each other on a daily basis, and that's how we practice.
What are the next steps for Toafili?
I think the biggest thing for him is just kind of really stepping out and saying, you know what, I'm going to be the man. And I told him that. And he understands he's one of the most talented people in that room, and it's natural for him. But right now, he understands the detail of the offense. He understands protection. He's a lot smarter person at this point with the offense, been in the offense for 2 years now, and going to his third year, you can see he's more comfortable. So he understands all the little details. I think he's mentally tough, and I think he's going to take the next step.
With spring ball, just what are you looking to get out of spring ball for your group specifically?
My group, probably to really take over and understand that we have to make big plays. We're not going to block everybody. We have to make somebody miss. In this 3rd and 2, we have to run over somebody. We can't rely on Alex to kind of block everybody, have everything. We have to make plays. And I'm looking for somebody to understand that when it's short yardage, we have to find somebody to pick up those short yardage. And any type of plays that don't work out, we have to make our feet right, and we have to make it work out.
Obviously, Coach Norvell is big on using a bunch of backs in his offense, but how do you plan to, utilize different guys as far as reps go in the spring?
Well, we do a good job with that. We understand what our offense is made for playmakers. Those guys understand the rep count and different things that we do, and I'm going to use them. I find out what they do best, and I use their strengths. At the end of the day, we can put them anywhere. And at some point in time last year, we had 4 running backs in the game at one time. They understand the offense, and we also know that their greatest talent is their knowledge. They understand exactly what's going on from the backfield to the slot position, and even from outside with Philly. It's like he was in the Clemson game, so he understands, what's going on.
With Roddy Hill coming in mid-year, just how impressed have you been seeing him go through tour duty and other workouts?
He's already gained like 15 pounds of muscle since he's been here. He's really smart. He's a really detailed young man. I think we didn't realize he was this explosive. Like I said, he was the second fastest back that we had in the split times. He does everything that you ask him to do. Really smart young man. And like I'm telling him right now, I want him to have fun. I want him to enjoy what's going on, enjoy the process. He's not here to save us. And LT is doing a good job of calming him down at this point. And it's a lot for a freshman. This kid is supposed to be preparing to go to his prime. He's going through tour duty at 5 o'clock in the morning.
How about Corey Wren? Is he a guy that, with the injuries behind him, do you feel excited to see what he can be?
Yes, I think will help Corey out. He actually ran with the track team this spring. He did a good job ran a few track meets. He actually going to be able to catch the ball, I think, a lot better. He's a little more comfortable, but he looks good out there. He's ready for spring. He understands his role. We have to get him to stretch the field and do a few things, putting the ball in his hand on some jet sweeps and different things like that. And I think Corey Wren is ready to kind of take it to the next level. He is really comfortable because he's going into his 3rd year.